Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's Matt and Bob with That's Fight Media, coming at you guys with another video. You guys already know what time it is. It's time to bring on that boxing. Guys, the moment we've all been waiting for, the fight we've all been waiting for, it looks like it's finally going to go down. Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, Showtime pay-per-view. It's going to be very interesting. We can kind of start to take it serious now because both fighters have posted the flyers, the fight posters, and it's going down July 29, T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. In my opinion, this is the fight that determines who's the pound-for-pound #1 fighter in the sport of boxing. You got Errol Spence, the truth, the southpaw, and then you have Terence Crawford, who's a switch hitter. It's going to make for a very exciting fight, and the reason why I'm so happy that it's taking place now is because because both fighters have posted that the fight's going to go down. If someone were to pull out, if something were to happen, we're going to have a better idea of who was at fault in terms of, not making the fight happen, because we're getting pretty close there now. It's now, May. We're getting close to June, and then, before we know it, you're going to have the fight in July. So I'm really excited to see this fight between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, because I feel like it just makes for a good fight, because Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, they've had the history. There's a difference in the sport of boxing when it comes to actually having a history of not liking each other and wanting to prove that they're the best. They don't really dislike each other. It's more of the fact that everyone's been asking for the fight, and then we hear that Errol's ducking, we hear that Terence is ducking. So now we really get to find out, what's the deal? What's been the holdup for this fight not happening? Errol's excited, Terence is excited, but it really comes down to the person that's able to better execute their game plan, because Errol Spence can go in there, jab all night long and, put a beating on Terence Crawford, wear him down. Errol gets better as the rounds go on, so does Terence, but Errol also keeps that pace, keeps that pressure, and he keeps that high guard, stays very defensively responsible, which is why I personally pick Errol Spence to win the fight. But then again, you have Terence Crawford, who's the counter puncher. He's going to wait on Errol Spence to make a mistake. But the thing is, I think Errol's going to be very careful. It's going to be a chess match. It's the biggest fight of their lives, the biggest names on their resumes. So for both guys, this is a major fight, and they're both going to have to be very sharp, or else they lose bragging rights. And I think I'm not sure what the rematch, if there's a presence of a rematch clause for this fight, but if there is, that I don't mind seeing it again. I already know it's going to be a crazy fight, but yeah, in terms of if there's not a rematch clause, I think that it's going to be hard for this fight to be negotiated again for a rematch, because we already saw how long it took to make this fight happen. Hopefully it does go down. I'm still always skeptical until I see those fighters get in there and face off, touch gloves, and then that first bell rings. But it's good news to hear that the fight's going down, because this is the fight that boxing needed. Because if you think about it, boxing's heading into a direction where all the young stars are slowly entering their primes, and the names that we were so used to are slowly leaving the sport, like Floyd, Manny. These guys have already left the sport. So it's in the hands of Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, you could say Tyson Fury, all these guys that are towards the latter ends of their careers. You could argue that, but obviously Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, this is the fight that we've been asking for. These guys, we don't want to see this fight 3-4 years from now when there are going to be excuses of, oh, Bud wasn't the same, Errol wasn't the same. Right now they're in their primes, and I think this is the time to make the fight happen. My only concern is inactivity. That might is definitely going to favor the fighter who is sharper, because whoever's really feeling that ring rust, it's going to be a problem for them once they get in there. I know they get to spar. I know people, say ring rust is an excuse for a lack of preparation, but I really think ring rust does exist. And, Errol Spence, he doesn't take tune-ups. Terence Crawford, he's been out of the ring for a while, hasn't fought since, the David Evanesian fight, if you want to say that. But, obviously Errol Spence, the Ugas fight a long time ago as well. So I don't know. I'm just really excited to see these guys get in the ring. I'm excited to see the lead up. Neither of the guys are really talkers, but at the end of the day, when they get the press conferences going, that's going to be crazy stuff. And I'm excited to see it. Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm going with Errol Spence. That's been my pick, and I'm going to stick with it because, I got to trust the gut, and something tells me Errol Spence is going to, might even stop Terence Crawford. I think it's going to be a little bit wider than people think. You know, I understand the counterpuncher. I just think the bigger guy, the physically bigger guy, Errol's ready to go to 150, 154 already, and he's excited to get this opportunity against Terence Crawford, as Terence Crawford is as well. But I just think Errol's too big. Errol's too, fundamentally sound for, Bud. And I think that jab's going to be a big problem. How is he going to get past that? I understand he has the ability to switch stances, but we've also seen cases where he switches and it doesn't work out so well for him. So I'm going to go with Errol Spence. Let me know in the comments who you guys have. Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. Obviously, we'll break down, the fight and any other additional news and updates we get, and I'll hit you guys with everything, as it comes in, as the fight approaches, because I'm excited for this one. This is going to be a big one. Let me know in the comments who you guys have, Errol Spence or Terence Crawford, and let me know in the comments by in what fashion. Is it an Errol Spence knockout, Terence knockout, or does it go to a decision, split? What are you guys thinking? Let me know in the comments. I'll be reading them all. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. That's going to do it for another Nads Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.